Challenger Series. Welcome to our final game of the day between Epsilon Esports and GameAgents. This will be a bit of an interesting match more than anything else, mainly because both of these teams, to many surprise, actually are sitting at the very bottom of the table at the moment. GameAgents sitting at 0-5 in terms of their map victories. Epsilon 1-4. So, This is an awkward match, to say the least. I was not expecting Epsilon to be this far behind in this particular tournament. But they've had some very, very tough competition over the last couple of days, and they've just been losing to some teams that I think that they would be close against. Under normal circumstances, I would also say that this would be another game where they would be able to very easily gain control of it. But in this particular case, this is actually a bit of an awful map for this Epsilon lineup. They haven't been able to win this many, many times at all. They have won against some very, substandard, about the same sort of level teams as them. But their win rates ain't great. And I think they've been self-expressing in the past of how they don't like this particular map of Mirage. So, up against GameAgents, who have a decent track record on it. Actually, they're a pretty good team, all things considered, actually. They've beaten some very, very good squads in the past, including NoReg, who we saw early on today. In fact, they actually beat NoReg with 3 stand-ins. So, yeah, there's always that side of things to remember about this particular squad. They have got only 1 stand-in today, GameAgents. Azak is playing for them in the squad. Epsilon Esports have their full 5-man roster. So if that's anything to consider about where GameAgents are standing right now, I still think it's going to be a relatively close match. The question is, what's going to win? The experience on the map or the firepower of the Epsilon side? We're about to find out. GameAgents start things off on CT side. They did win the map, the not straight the knife round. Choose to start things off on CT. Makes a whole lot of sense for them. Pistol round ready to get started. A double flash and smoke for Robin. Playing support for the Epsilon Esports squad. They're going quickly into the mid position right now. That's come through smoothly, trying to look for that first frag against someone in the sniper nest, but he won't find it. Shots come through. Azak looking for a good shot against one of these guys, and he will be able to find it against T-Sac back here from bench. First frag favor GameAgents. Haven't been able to take down bomb planter just yet. The defuse, the flashbang is still in play as well from Robin, but the frags are going to the favor of Epsilon. Cosmine gets 2, Robin gets 2. The bomb does go down. Gabeson, 1v4. Out towards short. The place to find. Surreal will take the final headshot to bring the pistol round to the favor of Epsilon. 4 players staying alive. Good start from them. The way they want to kick things off, considering how unconfident a map this is. Deagle's out for GameAgents. Force by for the CT side. Epsilon are going in hard with the AKs. 2 MAC-10s for T-Sac and Robin. To farm up the cash, they've got quite a lot of utility as well. Epsilon, of course, with their full buy in this one. As standard, aggressive. With more rifles than SMGs, the 2 MAC-10s. Will still be backing up Surreal and co. Gabeson, first contact. T-Sac spotted him. Surreal going to spray on through. Gets tanked up by 2 HP. And actually Gabeson will take down T-Sac, acting as the meat shield, keeping Surreal alive, interestingly enough. Cosme gets the trade back, and the MAC-10 is unable to get the damage together to find the $600 frag. 60 seconds will still remain here for the T side of Epsilon. Still spread out across the map. They got 1 into the ladder room. 2 going their way, making their way into the ramp position of A. Smoothie, of course, holding in the mid position. AK in his hands, and the GameAgents have actually rotated all into the B site, so there is no presence on A. The bomb Back is Surreal. 2 HP, but again, no presence. Should be taking this one relatively easily. Smoothie will still check the angles, make sure that there is nothing to stop them from getting onto the site. Indeed, there is nothing. GameAgents all rotating as we've spoken of. Bomb will get planted on the A site. 4 versus 4. Surreal is planting for Sandwich, it seems. GameAgents with their head Kevlar. I'm not even going to go for this. They're just going to hold back and wait. 1 CZ, 2 Deagles, the P250 for colour. Most importantly, that armour across the board for 3 players, Fleeve 0 and Azak. And the head Kevlar as well. Lesser importance because Epsilon do have AKs in play, and I imagine TSAC will also be investing into the 4th AK. Surreal just about getting away alive as well. 1 HP. He stays alive here for Epsilon. Keeps the AK in play, keeps the Kevlar in play. And TSAC is going to go in with another Mac 10. Okay. Getting a decent set of utility here for Epsilon Esports. Once again towards the mid position, Robin alongside Smooya, flashing their way in. Robin with a Mac 10. GameAgents will stack B site once again this time. Some aggression towards short from Flea with the Deagle. Could catch some good 1-digs if they come around this corner. Smooya. Ooh, I think he just caught a good glimpse of him, but neither man can land a headshot. Neither man can land a tag for that matter. 100 HP after the early engagements. Don't go to the favour of anyone. Match is over. Robin taking point in ladder room. Yeah, Epsilon have control of A site once again. This is going to be a very simple affair for them. The GameAgents stacking up the B site, not finding any presence, just mid-control, and I'm pretty sure they can piece together the dots and realise, yeah, well, they are all on B. Sorry, A. Vice versa for Epsilon, though. They can piece together the dots and they can realise that they're all on B. And they are setting themselves up for GameAgents to come for the retake. GameAgents, once again, they just want to keep hold of this armour. Nothing more. Cosmine will take colour out of the action. Azak will take Smooya, however. Quick trade back with an Eagle. 1 headshot, 4 versus 4. Epsilon don't want to throw away all these AKs so quickly. Robin still holding out towards short. I think he's trying to get the AK out of dodge, but Zero's going to tag him up a little bit. Still look for that headshot. He'll take Gabeson out of the action at the very least. Robin's going to re-aggress with this one. Surreal takes Fleeve eventually, trying to take this armor out of their hands, and won't be able to do so all of it, but again, 3-0. Start for the Epsilon squad. AWP comes into play for colour. Everybody else on the CT side has M4s to play with. Epsilon going quickly in towards the apartments this time around. Surreal leading the charge. 2 Mac 10s in play again from TSAC and Robin. If they can get the value out of these, then this will be great. But Zero is going to be the first responder. Takes TSAC, drops that 1 Mac 10. Smooya quick to trade. Carla holding down the mid control, but Epsilon are going quickly into the B bomb site. Azak also traded back by Smooya with his 2K. 3 versus 3, and Carla's trying to lock out this last player here. Robin could get taken down very easily, and indeed he does. So it's up to Cosmine and Smooya. Smooya trying to take Gabeson, can't quite land it. Flea takes down Cosmine for it and looks for his second, runs out of ammo. Leaving Smooya on 17 HP. And not much life left in this round. It will be the first on the board for GameAgents. Secured after saving a lot of armor. They're getting the full buyout. Do manage to wrap up everything into a little bow tie for their first on their CT board. AWP for colour. And the AWP will come out for Smooya as well for the T side. Let's go quickly into their mid position this time. Cosmine and Smooya stacking things up, going for Initial mid-default flashbang's over. Smooya trying to look for colour. Can't quite see him. Always got a good lock, but the flashbang just keeps him blind for long enough that he unscopes, but he still peeks in for the second time. And he does land the wall bang ahead. Close on the affair. Picking the first again for the Epsilon esports side. Gaining mid-control as well with Surreal down to underpass. Ensuring no one else peeks up a sniper nest. Epsilon have decent hold of the map and now the man advantage as well. So all the more better for them at the moment. 60 seconds will remain to go. Molotovs go down. Surreal peeking up close and personal. Zero going to re-aggress the T side. Trying to get some presence here towards Palace, but the only man that is close is Robin out towards the ramp lane. 50 seconds left. Epsilon have some short presence. They've got one player in the B apartments. That's T-Sack making some noise. Bomb yet to commit. Someone's got to rotate back and go pick that up. Looks like it's going to be Smoothie, the man to do the dirty work here for Epsilon. AWP in his hand. Robin's going to aggress Palace, and Zero should catch him off guard. 4 versus 4. Bomb's got to go now, and with presence towards jungle, it looks like the most likely play for Epsilon at the moment. It's the push ramp, go for this one. They know Zero's in Palace. They should be able to shut him down relatively easily. Smooth's going to look for this frag on Gabeson, or not even that. He's just going to go plant straight for Connector. CTs can't catch him from this angle. They have control on the T side of Shaw and Connector. Surreal will peek up in jungle, get caught off guard by Fleeve. Man advantage back to the favour of GameAgents, and Cosmian's watching this one out here from the ladder room. Takes Fleeve back to the 3 versus 3. Azak meanwhile will take the opportunity to peek up and take down Smooya here on the site itself. So once again, 3 versus 2, favour GameAgents. Cosmian and T-Sack have 2 very awkward positions to handle right here, and Cosmian has full vision on the bomb. He peeks up, takes down Azak as Gabeson falls to T-Sack. It's all a 0, last man left, and T-Sack will make it a double. To reset GameAgents, bring a 4th on the board for Epsilon. It wasn't an easy round, but it is a round nonetheless to the favour of that T side. The Eco coming out for GameAgents in this case. The Deagles in 3s, PT15 to CZ. Not the best of starts here for the CT side. Epsilon, of course, will be more than loving it right now. They're only full anti-eco, 4 AKs, 1 AWP. Going to give GameAgents nothing to work with. Go take the MAC-10s and spray them down. But even that doesn't matter that much. The money bonus really at this point if they wanted to go for that. They're just going to go mid-control passive in this case. Zero will actually get punished for over-aggressing this one. And Cosmin taking the first fray to the favour of Epsilon. Flashbangs go through. Smooya isn't going to catch wind of anyone from underpass. Actually, mid-control is taken much more aggressively here from Epsilon Esports. They try and peek up towards A site. Gabeson spotted. Tagged up a little bit. Also, Fleeve is here. They crossfire, connect it all together and shut down every single CT player that they can find towards jungle. It's all Azak, the last man left. Trying to catch a good read on Robin, actually. He denies the bomb plant. What can he do here? Takes down Smooya, putting some deagle shots. Cosmin goes falling. Azak's got a 3K, and the bomb has been planted. The deagle comes alive for the CT side. Taking a grenade to the face, but can he shut this down against Surreal? He only needs a bullet to the head. Surreal only needs a bullet in general, though. The AK has been picked up by Azak. He is looking for this lone man left here, making noise. Surreal now knows it. He's baited him out to the point. No defuse kit, and Surreal will win it out. Azak still doing damage for Epsilon, but he wasn't able to finish the job in this case. Epsilon gain a 5-1 lead above GameAgents, but GameAgents with just 2 rounds of loss bonus, a little bit of money saved. We'll have the AWP force buy in play. 2 M4s from Ars and a UMP on Fleeve up against Epsilon Esports. Again, Smoothie are going to go for this same peek into the mid position, gaining some sort of ground on the stack, looking for a man here in Sniper Nest. Gabeson has spotted him. The flashbang has kept Smoothie blind, so he wasn't able to find that frag. Surreal catches Gabeson off guard, so now he knows that this man is here. Smoothie will be focusing his attention there, as I assume. Meanwhile, the T-side and other areas of the map trying to gain some sort of control. Molotov not landing quite where T-Sack would have wanted it to go. If it would have been a little bit further in, Flea would burn alive. He's still burning anyway, and T-Sack heard it. Unfortunately, couldn't finish the job. Seconds left. Smoothie out, focusing his attention towards B site. Only one man here to find. That's Azak. The rest of the players on the CT side focus their attention towards A in some manner of form. Surreal going to try and break this one down, take Gabeson out of the action. Gosmin is dealt with by Fleeve. Surreal's got to turn his attention to this lone man here, but the damage is too much, and the UMP will take itself 2 frags. The bomb still is going to push in. 30 seconds remain as Carla shuts down Robin. It's a 4 versus 2. Now 4 versus 1 as Smoothie gets picked up by 0. And Color locks out the second AWP shot. Game Agents, when they're strong, they do look very strong indeed. That's just one round, and Epsilon... Well, actually, it's a pretty significant round because they have reset the Epsilon T side. No loss bonus, obviously. They just connected 2 rounds together in succession. And no money in the reserves either means that this is going to be a force buy. Could have been an eco. They could have gotten themselves rifles out in the next one, but they're just going to go straight for it. Try and force the issue away in the war of attrition against Game Agents. UMP for Cosmin, actually. Deagle for Smoothie, hand cannon. He's going to get picked up by Azak to kick things off here. And we'll just coming for the rest of the CT side. We'll just pick apart the rest of what they can of Epsilon. T-Sac does get 0 down, so that's 1 M4 they can use. Actually, an AK, excuse me, that they can use. One minute 20. Still loads of time as the early engagements have come in early into this round. A 4 versus 3 situation. Again, similar situation to the way the Game Agents are closing out that last round. Again, when they look strong, they look strong. And I mean, they look damn strong. But let's see if they can handle up against Epsilon Esports. They're still going to push this one in. Cosmin, T-Sac, Robin. T-Sac goes falling. Orb of Carla can't get the flick on the second of Robin. Flea will take him down regardless. But Cosmin's the lone man left. The second kill comes through for the AWP. It will be a 3rd round on the board for Game Agents. And Epsilon off the force buy won't be able to force in this one. Shouldn't be justifiable here. They will be looking for the 3rd round loss bonus buy. 2,400 plus their current stacks of cash will give them enough. For now it's just the eco, just the P250s out for Cosmin, T-Sac and Robin. Blocks at everyone else. They are going to get picked apart as you would expect in a kind of round like this. T-Sac does get 1 on 0. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough, Cosmin. And Epsilon at least doing some damage. Unfortunately, it's not 3 frags, which would be ideal, but can't win them all. Again, it's an eco round, so we're not expecting a major round. So, 1 round now separating Epsilon's lead from Game Agents catching up. Double AWP in play for Color and Gabeson. Smoothie has not got his AWP, he's just got the AK, so Epsilon not quite getting enough. Well, they're full on setup, but needs most now. I'm going to go for the full buy in this one. Smoothie gets caught off guard by Gabeson. He spots him on the gap of the smoke and takes the flick out towards the stack. Smoothie was blind by a flashbang. Five on 4 immediately to the favour of Game Agents with Gabeson getting the first frag. Still Epsilon have map control. They've got an up interconnector. They've got underpass as well. So this bomb can rotate back to back up Robin. And they could possibly push in towards A side. Looks like that's what they're going to be doing. Carla has this crossfire locked alongside Zero here in jungle corner. They're both watching the same angle though. Eventually the Molotov will push Zero out of position. But no one's checking it. 20 HP. He still takes down Surreal. T-Sac trying to look for this trade. We'll be able to find him eventually. Back to evens, but Collar trades him right back out to the man advantage of GameAgents. Trying to peek in on this bomb plant. I can't quite get it. And Robin will find the kill as a result. But he's on 18 HP. 2 versus 2. And Fleave trying to see if he can finish the job on Robin. Can't quite get it. Cosme out towards Firebox. Can't get Molotov. There's no utility in sight for GameAgents. And they're just waiting for them to tap the bomb. Fleave peeking up, Cosme creeping around, takes down Fleave, gets traded back by Azak, and actually that leaves Robin in an awkward position. 12 HP, got to go running now. He's got to take this frag, actually unsticks it for a couple of seconds on Azak. But there's not enough in the tank here for Epsilon this time around. Maybe if the last man was playing inside Palace, then that could have been a different story. Unfortunately, not enough time to get there. GameAgents will equalise against the Epsilon Esports side. 5-5 now. With the double ops coming back in play for the CTs. Epsilon, 4 rounds of loss bonus plus the bomb plant bonus means that they're actually going to invest in this next round as well. 4 AKs trying to force the issue. Straight into this rush, actually. Azak's going to shut them down as a result. T-Zac and Cosme full. Zero picks up one more from the back lines. Robin will try to trade it, and actually Smooya picks up Fleave with a CZ, so we're back to 2 for 2, and the double AWP is what's holding this whole thing down. Flashbang awkward from the CT side. Not actually thrown by Smooya, excuse me. He picks up an M4, shuts down Color, looks for Gameson as well. And a 3K comes in for Smooya, picking up his AWP back again. And a 6th round out for the Epsilon T side. As they actually have forced it away from GameAgents in that last buy-up. The only money saved is on Color and Azak. They're going to try to drop rifles, get as much out as they can, but 2 players will be left on pistols for this round. A Deagle for Gabeson, CZ for Zero. Smooya keeps getting that run boost. I'm not sure if that's intended or whether he's just lucking it out or whether Epsilon have legitimately practiced that. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't lead to much of an advantage. Because while they did try and peek up Fleave, or they did try and take him down early, they were unable to get the shot there. Smooya missed it thanks to the smoke, thanks to the blind. Minute and 25 remains on this clock. So Epsilon have plenty of time to gain control of the round. They will gain mid-control. Spray from Fleave to tag up Cosme, and T-Sac and Cosme are now low because of this. So he's got to find Carla. Distraction coming in from the rest of the T-side players out here towards the apartment's position. Carla will actually get dinked down thanks to the efforts of Epsilon in apartments. 5 versus 4 situation. M4 trying to die things here, but the T's have full control of the site. Fleave will eventually get taken down. The AWP Smooya will shut down Zero as well. It's Azak alone with an M4. Gabeson has a Deagle. Trying to see if he can get anything here, but this M4 better to be saved right here. Smooya will fall at the very least. Can Azak get Cosme as well? Make it 2. Looks like we'll be able to do so. So the AWP falls out of favour. T-Sac might want to regress to try and pick up that AWP. Drop it back for Smooya again. But it will be a 7th round on the T-side board for Epsilon for the moment, however. T-Sac recovers that AWP eventually. As I was saying, 7th round on the board for the T-side, back within 2 of GameAgents. GameAgents this time don't have enough to force the issue again, so just these 2 M4s being saved is all they've got. Into the default once again. Smooth this time going to take his AWP out towards A side. Not seen much of it this game. Haven't seen much of it in general in terms of Epsilon's defaults here on Mirage. Instead it's these 2 players, Cosme and Surreal, trying to the opening fight here towards top mid. Smooya will catch Colour off, however, peeking it aggressive and just running right back, realizing that his team has no presence there, so best to put the AWP into effect elsewhere. And speaking of effect, T-Sack will put his bullet to the effect of Fleave's head. Takes him out. Still those two M4s in place. There still could be something to work with here if GameAgents can connect the shots like Gabeson's doing right there. Tapping Robin down. Surreal will take Azak out meanwhile. Smooya's ready to shut down both of these players. They're both here on A side. Zero spotted, taken down. Hasn't dropped the M4, so he knows Gabeson's here. And as a result, he'll take point on the defensive. 1 versus 4. Bomb planted Epsilon. Looking outstanding so far on T side. They should take the half at 8-5. Smooya actually keeping up on Gabeson, trying to see if he can find this last frag. Doesn't see him. Quick scope, misses actually. Gabeson will get the frag for it, and the third. So once again, damage will be done to Epsilon. The over-aggression going hunting will keep their economy low, but they can, of course, justify the buy-up right here. With GameAgents' economy also on a low position, they can do good to shut them down. It's all just a case of how many players they lose now from the T side. They've gotten their 8 rounds. GameAgents can only get 2 more. Also, 4 rounds of loss bonus in the next one means that this is going to be a force buy for the final round of the half if Epsilon win this one. Bomb drop once again out top mid. It's Smooya to peek out into the B apartment to take down Fleave and Azak now. Big Daddy Smooth's getting started. Very confident peek up, aggressive, and he makes it work. Epsilon have full control of the B side. The rotation's coming in from GameAgents. They realize that they need to save these weapons, but even Cosbean in his position may deny it. He's on the lurk, and they don't realize this. Gabeson will fall, so that's damage done to the CT side economy. Damage done considering that this is a 4-round loss bonus buy in the last round of the half. They need to save all these M4s, and it's just going to get even worse from here. Smooya stops out his AWP, going to go looking for Zero. Here towards Connector. Zero does shut down Smooya at least. The T-Sack now knows, the rest of the T-side know, and it's only a matter of time before Zero shall fall to the 9-5 scoreline to the favor of Epsilon Esports. And it's real Cosbean and Smooya, the real big stars, the big boys of Epsilon, are currently performing extremely well for this European roster. GameAgents have no choice but to force the buy. It's round 15. Scout out for Colour. The Masters for Gabeson and Zero. Fleave has the UMP, and Azak has the Deagle. Epsilon going quickly in towards this A here. It seems Gabeson the only man here to defend, really. He'll go falling quick. Fleave on stairs, shut down by Surreal. Smooya picks up Azak, also rotating in from jungle. It's just clinical from Epsilon. And as I was saying, when GameAgents look good, they look damn good. When Epsilon look good, they also look damn good right now. 2v5, Zero will pick up T-Sap, but Colour falls, so it's up to Zero to ace clutch this round to try and bring it back, to bring a 6th to GameAgents. The crossfires are locked. Pucks up Cosbean at least, so there's one more. He gets Smooya, he gets no! Can't get Surreal. Surreal just about holds on to the 10th. For Epsilon, but that got a little bit scary there. A 4K for Zero. An individual spike in performance does bring nothing to the favor of GameAgents, unfortunately, in this case. So, pistol coming in for the Epsilon CT side, and this is where they will maybe about to shine against GameAgents. They've already had a great T side, and Smooya just going to get aggressive with the USP. Take the first man Zero. Azak does trade in, but the crossfire was locked. That's really what gave him the frag right here. Colour on Cosbean. Does shut him down going aggressive. Now got to rely on T-Sack here to hold things down. It's Azak to pick him off instead. 2 versus 4. Surreal with the defused kit. Robin. Kevlar USP on this retake, and the smoke is down, so Surreal can stick this one on to a Ninja Defuse. They've got to try and pick up a couple of these players to make that even possible. Color taps Robin, eventually finds his head, and Flea finds the head of Surreal as well. So GameAgents not done just yet. They will have the pistol and conversions against Epsilon. Both T sides winning their pistol rounds respectively. So now it's all just to the time now. So you're going to get the scout out regardless of the force buy. See if he can put that into effect against GameAgents down mid. Can land these heads, it will be looking very, very good indeed. But it's Collar with the AK to peek up first. Look for Smooya. Smooya's first tag, however. Trying to get some wallbanger shots against them. Also looking towards underpass. Grenades won't land against him. He will be forced away from mid control. GameAgents quickly in mid, interconnector, takedown. Robin, look for Smooya. Smooya does get out of dodge. As well as that, they've also got Surreal pushed up aggressive here towards ramp. He can get a flank together against GameAgents if they make their way onto the A site. Indeed, they will be able to do so, planting it open for Sandwich. This could still be Surreal's opportunity to shut it down. Indeed, takes Gabeson out of the action, denying for a couple more seconds. 3 versus 3. Zero makes his way through the murder hole, and no one's covering this from the CT side. It doesn't matter, because Sleeve will still peek out, take down Smooya, take the scout out of play. Cosme's surely got a hit. He's coming in from the backhand side, but he's unable to deal with it. CZ versus UMP, and Surreal is the last man left. For the ace clutch for Epsilon Esports. They hear him, they spray, and Azak will find the final frag. A 3k for Fleeve. Recovering the situation for GameAgents when it did look a little bit dire. But a 7-10 scoreline, again favouring the CTs as they look towards the eco round of the conversions. Piling out mid, see if they can find that mid control above the T side. Actually, we'll get a couple of good picks. T-Sack and Smooya doing damage, actually, yeah, against GameAgents. That's pretty damn good. It's all just Cosme left on 20 HP, though. Shouldn't be able to live through this one. Yeah, damage done by Epsilon, and that's perfect to set themselves up for the rifle round. GameAgents, 3 players reinvesting the AWP to come out as well. Admittedly, most of those were SMGs, but still, Kevlar, helmet, utility, all of that to be taken out of the hands of the T side. Smooth's going to go glass cannon with this AWP here. Again, down mid control, but there is no one here going towards mid. He's going to go towards short, and actually that's perfect because he can rotate back towards B very, very quickly. I think his teammates are about to gather the information that GameAgents are going to just pile their way into the site. Flashbangs over. Cosme held back. Is going to get sprayed down, but T-Sack connects 2 together. Carla picks off Smooya with the AWP. 3 versus 3, so it's just the M4s. But T-Sack still here. Connects on the Gabeson. Gets Color down to 10 HP. Finally, Thieve will deal with him. And he deals with Robin as well. It's all down to Surreal. 1v2. But Color is tagged at the AWP. He finds Fleeve as well, looking for his 1 Angel, 10 HP versus 12. And it's Surreal to win it out for Epsilon Esports. A 2k for him, a 3k for T-Sack, however, on the initial defensive. Very well played from both those players. And 11 rounds will sit to the favour of the CT side. And the question is, was that pistol conversion just the last gasp from GameAgents? Was it just a small spring in the step? Was it a small spike in form? Or have they got more left to play with? It's just an oddball round for Epsilon, able to lock out a very good hold. If GameAgents take this, they'll reset Epsilon, of course. So you're looking at 11-11 with the loss bonus building. Take the first fight. Yeah, she shuts down Smoothest. That's the AWP out of play immediately. Cosme trying to pick it up. Can't quite get to it, unfortunately. Not quite far ahead. Meanwhile, T-Sack and aggression in apartments catches off Azak at least to trade things back to the 4 versus 4. Knows there's another man here as well. Knows that there's extra GameAgents presence. And they are, as a result, going to put Cosme in this small corner. This could actually end up being very, very good for them. If GameAgents decide to plant for default, to shut this whole thing down. Meanwhile, Surreal's pushed up aggressive into ramp, seeing nothing, meaning Robin will rotate and support his teammates on this B push. Here we go. Fleeve, first man in alongside the rest of his teammates. It's Cosmin to take down Gabeson and Collar. They're trying to deal with him. T-Sack and Cosmin move forward to the hands of Zero and Fleeve. A 2 versus 2. The backstab is in effect, however, from Surreal. And Zero's going to wait this one out. He's still going to look for opportunity. Surreal could deny this bomb plant. And indeed, he's going to be able to spot him. Not quite. He looks at Fleeve instead and shuts him down. Looks for the second. And again, Surreal will make the retake work on the B site. 12 rounds to the favour of Epsilon. But GameAgents got themselves a bomb plant. I mean, the money is still looking kind of decent for them here. Could justify the force buy. And they are going to go and justify it. Okay, Zero with the AK coming out immediately. The rest of his teammates should be able to follow. It's not going to be perfect by no stretch. Actually, more of a quasi-buy, actually. Some players are going to decide just to go with Pistol's armor, not going to invest in full in this round. Zero will definitely take point with this AK. Tries to see if he can find the first on T-Sack. I think he spotted him, takes the engagement and shuts him down. Cosmin looking to try and trade him back out, trying to take this AK out of play, desperately looking for the frag. He lines him up, but he's unable to lock him down. Gabeson, one big shots, gets some tag damage. Zero eventually to deal with him, but Smooth and Surreal trying right back. Zero deals with Robin. Back to a 3 versus 2. Favor GameAgents, sorry. Epsilon have the AWP of Smooya and the M4 of Surreal. They push out, they go forward. Smokes go down, Surreal moves on the other side, takes down Azak, looks for Gabeson, shuts him down the same, and Surreal is stepping up huge for his squad in this match. 3K for him. Smooya looking for the second, and gets a good gap, gets a good blind shot to lock down Zero as the last. Maybe it all just was a spike in form for GameAgents. 3 rounds lost bonus. Again, 3 bomb plants. They have money to play with. They will still buy in. All in this round. The AWP, the 4 AKs out for the GameAgents. Epsilon going to put their AWP this time out towards the A site. Epsilon have 2 players outside, other than that, towards B. Duo of Cosmin and T-Sack. Smooya also looks to cover passive mid with that AWP. It's Color with the AWP meanwhile for the T side. Getting control, it's Cosmin. It's starting to get a bit ballsy. Managed to peek out and take down Fleeve. Color will try and recover it, but he can't quite get there. 22 HP, Cosmin. Didn't come out unscathed. He could get traded back very, very easily by GameAgents. There's a minute still left to go. Robin. Oh, spots the boost of Zero. And now knows that Azak is down there. Will Molotov him away. Doesn't get the damage. "45 seconds, 5 versus 3 right now. Epsilon in full control of this one, and maybe even more so. Gabeson looking for Smooya. Doesn't expect Surreal to be right behind him. Isaac will challenge T-Sack and does tag him low again, but GameAgents just unable to finish off these frags. They've got 2 tagged up players here on the B site. If Isaac can connect both these frags, this should be relatively easy enough for him, but T-Sack's going to challenge with the UMP, try and suppress him for as long as they can. 20 seconds left. I think they realise that it's going to be a B commitment now from the rest of the players from GameAgents. Azak first man in, takes Cosmin on the 180, but T-Sack shuts down Collar, denies the bomb plant. That should be the round over for Epsilon Esports. Azak just left to try and recover what he can. May pick up T-Sack, but 2 seconds, 1 second. He's got to recover this AWP, try and stay alive, otherwise he dies after time. That's going to be even worse for GameAgents' economy. Didn't get a bomb plant in this one. $700 for Azak. And it just gets worse for GameAgents. GameAgents have 4 players. Pushing into the A setup. They're on force by territory. They need to steal around from Epsilon relatively quick, else it will be game over for them. Push out, execution coming out. Azak does get a 1D on Smooya, but they haven't checked Palace, and Surreal is there. Flea will be able to deal with him at the very least. Turn it 2 for 1, make it 3 for 1. As GameAgents do confidently take control of the A site. Cosmin and T-Sac out towards jungle. Cosmin will trade out 0, take Flea out the action. Smoke on the cross towards jungle and Connector. Try to get an opportunity to cross past into. The side's going to push through the smoke instead. Try to look for colour. Spotted him, but no, the York picks him off instead. Couldn't get quite the shot that he wanted. That's a 9th round of the board for GameAgents instead. 5 rounds. Now separate the T side. Once again, they need to get back in control of this one. They need to turn this force by a lifeline into very, very good set of circumstances for them. It will be difficult, but this is the start for GameAgents right now. Rush down B side. This could be dangerous. Epsilon unfortunately going in with the eco, and they've only got T-Sac here to defend it. Smooya up towards short. Could shut them down as they make their way into the cross. And yeah, he does take down Fleeve at the very least. Carla trades him out. Looks for T-Sac. Nice AWP control. Third kill on Surreal, sorry. Couldn't quite get it. 4 versus 3 situation. The bomb will go down. Retake up for Cosme, Surreal, and Robin. 2 CZs and a P250. Incendiaries rain through, do some damage, flush them out of position. They burn alive, and Azak lights them up. Cosme just left alone to look for an exit frag or 2. Tenth round will sit to the favour of GameAgents. Unfortunately, Cosme couldn't get the exit frag that he was looking for. Epsilon, of course, with the loss bonus, have themselves a buyback, though. 14 to 10. M4's coming out, the FAMAS out for Robin. Limited utility sets for Smooya. As the AWP placed once again aggressive actually towards the A site, but the flashbangs come out. Oh, Collar gets a good tag. Grenade back from Smooya to try and get himself out of dodge. The T side try and push in. He's suppressed directly on the site. Surreal trying to keep them back here towards the ramp position. He does pick up Azak. But now, both players on this site are tagged up with support coming in from the CTs. They're going to have to hold on to this one. Bomb hasn't committed just yet. GameAgents could still rotate it with mid-control gathered by 0. This is still all a possibility right here. 1 minute and 10. Time's ticking, but there's still plenty for the GameAgents right now. As the AWP of Color peeks up, looking for this one frag. Smooya looking for the cross. Oh, his timing may not be pleasurable. Incendiaries rain through. One tick's going to do it. He's looking for Gabeson. Trying to catch off this one player here. Sprays ring out. How are they not finding these frags? 40 seconds remaining. GameAgents looking so timid. They're scared. Almost. One more Molotov. Trying to rain through. Does burn Robin. He takes Color down before he goes falling. 30 seconds left. And now it's all Smooya alone on the site, backed up by 1 towards jungle, but here's the arse man directly on here as Cosmin picks up 1 and the second. It's all 0 alone in Connector. Up against 3, knows that Cosmin's here. He will take him down, but now he's got to find Smooya and T-Sac. Doesn't know where that shot rang out from. Looks at Smooya, smokes his head, 7 seconds, but it doesn't matter because T-Sac will lock it down. 15 to 10. And Epsilon will claim themselves a match point. GameAgents will force the issue back again. They have no choice. They've got to go 5 more rounds, else it will be the end of it. On the best buy either. Flea with the UMP and a smoke. That's it. Up for Color. Oh, did they just knife him? Why would you do that? Not on a round like this. Smooya holding mid control, but Cosmine's about to become the star of the show. He's holding up the first contact. Great flashbang from his teammate. He sprays down 2, and T-Sack is on site ready to support him as he's gone down 2 for 1 trade. Make it 3 for 2. It's Color trying to get them some lockouts. Not going to happen. Smooya and Robin clean things up. That's 16 to 10 to the favour of Epsilon as they claim the last game of the night.